Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this Friday morning. Yep, we made it to Friday. Friday morning, the 20th day of October, 2023. This is the morning briefing. Got a lot to get through for the morning briefing, talking about cooler weather, talking about shower chances on Sunday. I'll give you an update on Hurricane Norma, as well as a couple of thoughts about the seasonal outlook that came out from NOAA yesterday. So, like I said, a lot to get through this morning. I'll get through all of that as quickly as I can. Don't want to waste your time on a Friday morning. As I look out the window from the home office, I see clear skies, but it is hazy once again, so let me show you that. A couple of high clouds come up from the south, but once again, we have a lot of haze in the valley. There are prescribed burns that are going on the west slope, and during the overnight we get these light downslope winds, and so the smoke just settles down into the valleys and comes down into the valley. And yeah, I don't think we're going to see that haze really get stirred out today. But later on today and into the weekend, as we get more active systems coming off the Pacific, we will finally get some wind into the valley to help stir things out. So I think we'll see the air quality improve up and down the valley. Seeing a few clouds come our way, this is certainly an indication that the overall pattern is changing. And we're also seeing the marine layer along the coast. So these are clouds that are probably up around 10, maybe 15,000 feet. And this is the marine layer down below it. So we're now seeing a fog in San Francisco. The last couple of days, San Francisco has been up around record highs. This morning, the peninsula is all socked in with fog, and you're seeing that up and down the coast, down through the Salinas Valley, and then farther to the north. That combined with a developing onshore breeze this afternoon will help to keep the valley cooler than yesterday, but still warm for this time of year. We're expecting daytime highs in the mid-80s, whereas what we've been seeing the last couple of days is up around 90, and that's just the beginning of the cooling trend. So let's get into when and if we're going to see any rain during the day on Sunday. I'll tell you, the models are far from conclusive on this. So let me show you what the NAM is showing this morning. This is 8 o'clock on Sunday morning. This is a little bit different from what the earlier models were showing. There is some rain on the coast, maybe a spot of rain in the valley. Other models are showing rain in the valley even before sunrise. The other interesting thing here is that this model brings in the rain in the afternoon. This is 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This is 5 o'clock. So, there's some rain in Lake County. There's some rain maybe into Butte County. And the farther south you go, this model isn't showing anything in the way of rain. Maybe a spot of rain going through Sacramento County at night. There are some other models that are also indicating that we could see thunderstorms in this. But that, too, is far from conclusive. The stability parameters just don't look all that great. And then as we head into the day Monday, all that clears out. We get a bit of a north breeze. So that's just the North American model. And let me see, total precip accumulation. Nope. I want total precip accumulation. There we go. Is very, very light. A couple of 1/100ths of an inch of rain. Some of the areas that are steadier might be more like a quarter. And as you see, the farther south you go, the less rain you do see. So a couple of things about that. One, I think the west slope has a better chance of getting rain than what this model is showing. We're going to have some pretty good precipitable water. So in other words, there'll be more water in the atmosphere. And we'll also see better orographics. So the winds around 5 to 10,000 feet are going to turn more perpendicular to the Sierra and the foothills. And so those areas along and up the hill from Highway 49 might have a better chance of getting rain during the day Sunday than what this model is showing. So while I do think there are going to be some scattered showers around during the day on Sunday, I don't think this model is nailing it just yet. So stay tuned for further updates on that as we go through the next couple of days. I think there are going to be some other areas that are more favorable for some rain. And again, even though this model isn't showing chances of thunderstorms, I don't think we can rule that out just yet either. So again, stay tuned. All right, give you an update on Hurricane Norma for those of you that have interests in Cabo. We're still looking at a pretty good storm here with winds of 110 miles an hour. It will weaken to a Category 1, but making landfall in Cabo on Saturday. Now, if you look here, this is Saturday at 6 p.m. It's making landfall, basically, and then this is 12 hours later. So this storm is going to be moving very, very slowly. I would expect there will be major delays in travel in and out of Cabo during the day on Saturday. If you have vacation planned and you're heading that way, if you have friends or family that are trying to get out of Cabo, they've been there and they're trying to get back this weekend, you can expect there will be some delays. Cabo itself usually goes through these kind of storms okay in terms of infrastructure and hotels. They usually weather these things relatively well. A couple of days to clean up and they're okay. But again, there will be significant travel delays with that storm. So again, Saturday and probably into the day Sunday, there'll be delays. But next week, they should be able to get back to business as usual in Cabo. All right. Many of you are weather enthusiasts, and you may have seen this yesterday. This is the NOAA's seasonal outlook, and this is for December, January, and February of this year. And as you can see, in California, we are seeing above average precipitation forecast, below average in Montana and in the Great Lakes. And that also goes hand in hand with a classic El Nino pattern of warmer than average temperatures and above average precipitation. So this really is just a classic El Nino pattern. So that is that 90-day outlook. A couple of things about that. One, this doesn't tell us all that much. So above average precipitation for those 3 months, it could be a tenth of an inch of rain above. It could be double above. This doesn't tell you that. So it doesn't tell you much about that. And also you saw that the temperatures were going to be above average. It doesn't mean that sometime in, let's say, mid-January, we won't get a 2-week stretch where temperatures are very, very cold and you have lots of freeze and frost worries and that sort of thing. But over the 90 days, maybe the temperatures are warmer than average, but that doesn't mean that within that there won't be some very cold periods. And also with the above average precipitation, it also doesn't mean that December could come in really dry. And then all of a sudden we get a bunch of rain in January and February. And that is also assuming that this model is correct. Let me just take you back to what the seasonal outlook was a year ago. So what this graphic shows is this was the drought outlook that came out with the winter prediction from last year. And I know it's kind of blocked out down here for the key. But this area in brown right here says that the drought is going to either continue or worsen. And as we all know, actually the opposite happened. The drought went away. Yeah, I remember a year ago we were in a drought. We were hoping for a wet winter. We got one. We had record snowpack in parts of the Sierra. And right now our reservoirs are in great shape as we head into our rain year, our water year. So seasonal predicting is still in its infancy. So if you did see those on your social feeds yesterday, if you saw some news reports about those seasonal outlooks yesterday, just take them with a grain of salt. The bottom line is we don't know what this winter is going to do. It could be a good winter, could be a bad winter. It could be warm, could be cold. We really don't know. These extended outlooks really are in their infancy. I know they'll get better in time, and I know the scientists that are working on these do hard work, and their work is going to continue to improve over the years. But right now, there's just not a whole lot you can bank on with those seasonal outlooks. So that's everything I've got for you this morning. I know there's a lot to get through. Hope you have a good weekend. Saturday will be a great fall day. Beautiful temperatures in the mid-70s, some clouds, no worries. Sunday, yes, some hit and miss showers. I don't think there's going to be enough to bother the Ironman going on in Sacramento. I think that'll be just fine, especially considering the weather we've had the last couple of years for that. I'll be in the studio tonight to do the TV stuff at 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, and 11. And yeah, I'll probably do another YouTube update over the course of the weekend as we know a little bit more about Sunday, especially if we're going to get any thunderstorms on Sunday afternoon. So that's what I've got for you this morning. Make it a great day. I'll talk with you later.